Joining me now is Malcom Dorsey, President and CEO at Torr Metals. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's talk about the projects you have. You've got 3 of them 100% owned, 2 of them in BC, Kolos and Latham. They're both copper gold. Then you've got Fillion Gold in Ontario. So can you give us sort of a brief snapshot of those 3?
Yeah, so a quick snapshot of them. What we're looking for in British Columbia is for alkalic copper gold porphyry systems. So these systems are often a BC specialty in that they're as much a copper deposit as they can be a gold deposit. So really like the diversity that you get within that. What we have, the Latham project, is located in the Golden Triangle of northern British Columbia. It does have a historical copper gold porphyry deposit located on it that remains open beyond 200 meters. Currently our main focus is on the Kolos project in southern British Columbia. Same thing, we're looking for copper gold porphyry potential. With that one, as with all of our projects, they're organically grown, 100% owned, but they're also all adjacent to highways with road accessibility to all of our exploration targets. So with Kolos, we actually focused on that this past year. We did a lot of soils, we did some further rock grab sampling to really define the scale and prospectivity of that project. Nothing had really been shown there before, and we found on the west side, we defined a 4-kilometer copper gold soil anomaly west of the highway. All the targets are road accessible. We did a follow-up ZTEM geophysical survey that shows that our soil anomalies are coincident with hydrothermal and possible mineralizing halo that extends for over 1 kilometer in depth. So very large system, very excited about, and the potential that we have there for a major new porphyry discovery. Never been drilled before, and we're just waiting on the drill permit on that one that we're anticipating for later this year. The Fillion project is an orogenic gold project in northern Ontario. Very large as well. It's about 261 square kilometers. And what we did with that one, we were attracted by the unique opportunity. There is high-grade gold grab samples reported previously in historical prospecting reports, up to 91 grams per ton gold. No one had ever followed it up before, and it's adjacent to the Trans-Canada Highway. So we see a lot of gold prospectivity in that and potential to really expand on a very large gold mineralizing system.
And then a nice location as well, right by the highway, right?
Oh, yeah, I like highways. I like being next to railroads, operating at nearby towns and cities. Gives us the opportunity to provide local employment, local benefits and opportunities. As well, it provides that accessibility. So we have the potential to operate year-round on these projects.
Nice. So back to Kolos, you've got 4 high-grade zones, including the new Sonic zone. The focus is the Kirby Lodi zone. So can you elaborate on the work being done?
Yeah, so Kirby and Lodi, at this point, we're at the drill-ready stage. With those, what we showed was some great mineralization in outcrop of up to 0.52% copper, over 4 grams per ton gold in historical samples. We've followed that up with equally representative rock grab sampling in the outcrops that are exposed there. These mineralized outcrops have never been drilled before, and then we've got those larger soil anomalies surrounding them. And then with the ZTEM, it shows us these systems extend along that full 4-kilometer length, and they're very deep reaching as well. And then something as well with that Sonic zone that you mentioned, it's very exciting in that we recently doubled the size of the project during this past summer. And then we started to explore some more geophysical targets up there that look similar to our Lodi, Kirby, and Rhea zones. And what we came back with was some good anomalous copper and gold and rock grab samples. We also defined a 1 by 2 kilometer alteration footprint that's very similar to what we have with this cluster porphyry alkalic copper gold system down at Lodi and Kirby. So very interested in Sonic potentially mirroring that and looking like something similar with further work.
Interesting. And then Clapperton, you describe as it has robust mineralization and some large boulders, and you sort of flesh out that for us.
Yeah, so something we also recently found was that Clapperton, we found new boulders that were almost 1 kilometer outside of the soil anomaly that we defined. These came back with anomalous copper and molybdenum. Clapperton is a little bit different in that it's more of a copper molybdenum porphyry system, more similar to what you might find at the Highland Valley mine, which is Canada's largest open pit copper mine, located just 30 kilometers to our northwest and owned by Teck. And then of course Lodi, Kirby, and Rhea are a little bit different in that they're a different porphyry style, but very comparable to something like Copper Mountain, which is 100 kilometers to our south, both in scale, style of mineralization, and alteration.
Lastly here, Malcolm, you're here at a conference, you're getting the story out, and gold and copper are sitting pretty right now, so to speak. So what's the overall message? What's the pitch to investors?
So with the investors, what we're looking for, we are providing an early entry opportunity for district scale new copper and gold discoveries. The potential here is immense for a new breakthrough discovery to be made in a very accessible region of British Columbia or Ontario. Something we're doing right now with Ontario is a little more work on the Filion Gold project. What we want to do, we know that there's historical occurrences of high-grade gold that extend for about 2.5 kilometers. We found for the first time soil anomalies that ran up to 1.3 grams per ton gold that extend for 1,200 meters in strike length. We're now doing some more work up there that is going to test the full potential of this prospective 7-kilometer zone that we've identified. So we want to see what comes back with the soils that we're doing and the prospecting work and the mapping as well to really define what we think is a really large new gold system right off the Trans-Canada Highway in northern Ontario. So plenty of news flow to look forward to over the next couple of months.
Well, you laid it all out nicely for us. Thanks for illuminating the story.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. You're welcome. Malcom Dorsey, President and CEO at Torr Metals.